All right, it is officially time. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. This is Movement Break. My name is Amber Langford. I'm be running you through today's movement session. For today's session, we're doing all standing exercises. All we need is at least an arm span of room in all directions. We do have one exercise that may challenge some balance just a little bit. So if you would like to, I'd bring out either a chair, or you can also use a wall or your desk when we get to that exercise. If we need a little bit of help with that balance, we can use that support structure for that. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin with our neck. Standing up nice and tall, I want you to pull your shoulders away from your ears. We're just going to nice and slowly turn our head. We're going to look over that right shoulder, trying to get as much rotation as you can before we're turning back to center. And then we're going to look over that left shoulder. We're going to alternate side to side, looking right to left, making sure we're taking this movement really slow, allowing our head to adjust to this movement. Let's do 3 more in each direction. Last one to each side here. Getting as much rotation as you can. Looking back to center, we're going to bring our hands together. I want your fingers and palms touching. We're going to place our hands as close to our body as we can, lowering those hands down towards our belly button. We're lowering as far as we can before we feel like those palms are going to separate. Keeping that contact, we're going to tilt our hands down, fingers point towards the ground, and then back up to the ceiling. We're going to do 12 of these ones today, trying to get as much rotation as we can while keeping contact with those fingers and palms. Let's do 2 more here. Keeping those hands together, we're going to straighten those elbows out, lifting those arms so we're at shoulder height. We are going to peel our fingers away from each other. Separating our palms, we're going to send our hands back behind our body. Elbows are straight. Squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back. Opening our arms out as far as you can. And then we're going to close. As we close those arms, we round our back. Reaching until our fingers and palms touch. And then we're going to separate and pull apart once again. As we pull apart, our chest opens. And then as we pull together, our chest rounds, upper back rounds. We're going to do 6 here today. Let's do 1 more here. Opening up as far as you can. And then closing one last time. Go ahead and relax those arms, setting them down to your sides. We're going to go into some T raises next. For these T raises, we're going to be in a bent over position. For our bent over position, we are going to bend at the waist, making sure our back is nice and flat. Core is engaged. Slight knee bend. Hands are going to start right in front of our body. From here, we're going to lift our arms up and out into a T. Shoulder squeeze. And relax down. We're going to do 8 of these T raises here. The last one here. Relaxing out of that and standing up nice and tall once again. We're going to transition to our lower body next. So we're going to place our feet and legs together. From here, we're going to keep our feet nice and flat on the ground, and we're just going to bend those knees and straighten. We're bending those knees as far as we can while keeping our feet flat, staying in that nice, comfortable range of motion. We're going to do 12 of these. Two more here. Now we're going to do the same movement, but with our knees bent, we're going to add a heel raise. So this is the exercise I mentioned in the beginning where we may need to move to a support structure. That can be your wall, a chair, or your desk. We are going to bend those knees, and then we're going to lift our heels up off the ground, lower, and then straighten our legs. If you would like, you can take out that heel raise and stick with just the knee bends. We're going to do 10 of these ones here today. Lifting up onto those toes. Getting as high up as you can. Let's do one more here. Spreading those legs out next. We're going to go into a wide stance. In this stance, our legs should be wider than our shoulders. Feet are going to be turned out. We're going to do some sumo squats. For our sumo squats, we're going to bend those knees, tracking them out with our feet, lowering down to a squat, and then standing nice and tall. We're going to get as deep into that squat as we can. You can feel free to keep those hands on those legs, pressing them outward as well, deepening that stretch in those inner thighs. No matter the place or time, hey, just follow me, I'll be there, don't you worry, won't leave till you're feeling fine. We got our head hanging out the window. Well, let's do 2 more squats. Standing tall, we're going to take those hands. We're going to reach those hands down to the ground, bending at the waist. We're reaching as low as we can. Once you've gone as far as you can, you're going to bend those knees into your sumo squat. Scooping those arms up tall, and then lowering back down to your sides. Reach for the ground, squat, and then scooping tall. Trying to get a little bit more range of motion with each repetition, getting a little bit closer to the ground each time. Let's do 2 more here. Keeping that wide stance, we're going to turn our feet facing forward. From here, we're going to do our roll down. For our roll down, we're going to take our chin, tucking our chin to our chest. We're going to round our upper body, reaching down to the ground. Moving one vertebrae at a time. Once you've gone as low as you can, we're going to keep our hands in the center. You can also feel free to brace them on your legs if you need to. And we're going to bend one knee, stretching the inner thigh of that straight leg. Straightening that leg, we're going to switch sides, bending the other knee, straightening the other side. We're going to alternate side to side. Let's do one more to each side here. Straightening both legs out, we're going to slowly roll back up to our standing position. Your head is the last thing to come up. Go ahead and bring those legs in And we're gonna end with 3 big shoulder rolls going back. Bring those shoulders up to your ears, pulling them down and back, and then forward. Let's do 2 more, getting as much movement as you can. And relaxing out of that. And that is all the movements I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining. This is our movement break. My name's Amber. Have a great rest of your day.